the Pacers finally got that elusive second victory of the season against the Spurs team that I'm not going to say that it's good, but it's not bad. It's kind of stuck in the middle, like how the early 2010s Magic, kind of, where they're stuck in the middle of not being terrible, but they're not good. It's in the middle. They've got a few good players there, but they're a solid team, and to blow them out by 20 something, it's a solid win. It's a solid win. Before I get into individual player performances, first, I want to talk about my proposal for what the Pacers should do with Brad Wanamaker. One, I want to do a film breakdown of all the stupid mistakes that Brad Wanamaker has made on defense and offense, just his decision making, his basketball IQ, not where it should be for a guy who's supposed to be a playmaking point guard. My proposal, give his minutes to Keelan Martin, because Keelan Martin played well, but he was playing well before it was garbage time. Like, the guy had a good game. And if Wanamaker continues to suck and suck and suck, cut him and give his full-time contract to Dwayne Washington Jr. Because I get it. It was just garbage time. But we saw Dwayne Washington Jr. in the summer league, in the preseason, and in non-garbage time minutes, and he looked nice. He was good in college. I think he could be a solid player. So, to be honest, I just think Wanamaker should be off the team. Okay, now time to talk about the individual players. Starting lineup, TJ McConnell, 10 points, 10 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. TJ McConnell hat trick right there. You know, the TJ McConnell hat trick is 3 steals, 3 assists, and 3 points at least. So he had a nice little TJ McConnell hat trick for himself. Shooting guard Karis, Karis was a shooting guard, right? Shooting guard Karis LeVert, 16 points in 23 minutes on a minutes restriction. Obviously, if he got his full amount of minutes, he'd probably have more like 20-something points. Along with no steals, but great defensive effort from him and good perimeter defense, and 7 assists. He was dishing it out to guys. Chris Duarte, 18 points. Solid scoring game from him. Good perimeter defense as per usual. I think he had a steal or two. Normal Chris Duarte stuff. Domantas Sabonis with another Sabonis type game. He had 24 points and like 12 rebounds with 6 assists. And I think a steal. Normal Sabonis type stuff. And Miles Turner, 19 points. Going along with 8 rebounds. Miles Turner is starting to kind of kill the stereotype of he doesn't get rebounds and he can't produce on offense. He's slowly but surely killing it. Along with, don't discredit and don't forget his defensive performance tonight. 2 steals and 3 blocks from the big guy. Beautiful performance from him. Off the bench, easily our best bench player today, Justin Holiday with 17 points. I think he even had a steal. He had a steal because Justin Holiday, great perimeter defender off the bench, brings a lot of energy. I like the guy. He's a beast. He had some shooting woes in the beginning of the season, but he's kind of fixed them. Keelan Martin with a cool 8 points and a few rebounds, I believe. Solid game for him. He was hitting threes he was hitting wide open threes, and he was hitting heavily contested threes, which when he came to the Pacers and I saw what he could do, that's what I said he's probably going to do around here. He's going to come here and he's going to hit threes. He's a good shooter, good offensive player, and defense could use some work, but it's not as bad as Brad Wanamaker. So, with a guy that produces more on offense than Brad Wanamaker, and while isn't great on defense, is better than Brad Wanamaker, why is Brad Wanamaker getting minutes? Split the minutes Brad Wanamaker got and give them to Torrey Craig. Actually, no, give them to O'Shea Brissett, because O'Shea barely played tonight. I get Rick said that some nights O'Shea won't play. But Brad Wanamaker shouldn't be getting those minutes. Give them to O'Shea Brissett. Brad Wanamaker should not be cracking the lineup on a nightly basis. And he has. Brad Wanamaker's cracked the lineup on a nightly basis. Shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be a thing. Brad Wanamaker did score 5 points, but he gave up more than 5 on defense. He was terrible. Dwayne Washington Jr. scored his first NBA points, one of them being a heavily contested jumper, I think, for his first NBA points. Those 2 points, it was either a heavily contested jumper or like a layup, something like that for his first NBA points. That's nice. And then hit a wide open, it was a wide open three, but he freaking splashed that thing. And he did that type of stuff in the preseason, and he did that type of stuff in the summer league. So again, Brad Wanamaker, if you start to fall off, Keelan Martin and some other guys are going to be splitting your minutes. Keelan Martin's going to take your regular rotation spot, and then Dwayne Washington Jr. is going to take your full-time contract, because that guy is looking like a beast. He's athletically good, decent size, can score, and his defense is okay. And his ball handling skills aren't quite there. He can't really be a floor general, but they're better than Brad Wanamaker. So yeah, Goga got in there, but sadly couldn't really get much done. Only got a few minutes here and there, but still got in there. Jeremy Lamb did not get any minutes tonight because he was injured with his knee, which it may have been a thing that most players you would have them play with, but with that knee being the knee that he tore his ACL in, you don't want to take risks because ACLs are really easily to re-aggravate after you injure them. Lots of guys do it with knee injuries. Lots of guys do it, and you don't want to hamper the rest of the guy's season. When I get most people don't like Jeremy Lamb, and on defense, he's not very good, but on offense, he can provide a much-needed spark in that terrible third quarter where sometimes he'll just start splashing threes. So the guy is a good scorer, and people don't really give him enough credit. I think he's a bit of an underrated piece in this offense, but he would definitely be a piece that's missed if he was out for the rest of the season, or if his productivity was brought down a step because he was a bit off every night. So you don't want to do that to him. That's just, it's not something you want to do this early in the year. But this game was a nice quality win. Really, only bad performance that I saw was Brad Wanamaker and our help defense. It could use some work. Those backdoor cuts, we really need to be watching out for those more, because we'll have like 3 guys lined up all in a straight line at like the free throw line, and for whatever reason, none of them break off to go guard the guy that's cutting to the basket. You can easily see him because he's out on the 3-point line, but for whatever reason, nobody goes and guards that guy as he's running through, and just easy backdoor cut, and they lay it up. But the Spurs did that multiple times tonight, and I think teams might really start exposing that if we do that on a regular basis. So our defensive help, our help defense IQ, and being able to pick up guys when they're going to certain spaces, maybe that's a communication thing. So communication could work. Point out, yell out that there's a guy going back to lay it up. Just something, that's something to take away from this. And please make easy layups. I'm seeing so many guys miss easy layups, but then make these heavily contested layups where there's like 3 guys crashing down on them. So, yeah. But other than that, team did a good job tonight. Liked the performance from most of the guys. Nice to see Dwayne Washington Jr. get in there and hopefully earn a full-time spot in the coming years, because I think he could. He's looking like a guy that might contribute here. Hopefully Brad Wanamaker's gone, and then Dwayne Washington Jr. comes and gets some solid minutes. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and watching the Pacers was kind of like watching the Pacers of old. Fast breaks, not turning the ball over a lot, kind of pushing the pace and being able to control the pace no matter what end of the floor it was on. It was nice. We got Red Wings tomorrow. It's going to be fun. The Red Wings and Pacers schedules are finally deviating from each other, so they're not playing on the same night for a bit. Thank the Lord, because I hate having to keep up with both those games at the same time, because hockey and basketball are such fast-paced sports where you have to watch the game to really get a full description of what's going on to be able to make a video on the whole game, because you can't just look at the box score and piece together a full story to tell to the the audience that's watching. So it's hard to watch both of them at the same time. And Purdue basketball, it's just an exhibition, doesn't count for anything, but it's coming back November 4th, Thursday. And if I can, I'm going to make a video on it because we're back in Mackey at full capacity for the first time in like a year. Paint crew is going to be crazy no matter who we're playing. We could be playing some NAIA school. It doesn't matter. Paint crew's going to go freaking crazy, especially when some of the walk-ons and freshmen get some playing time. My goodness, it's going to be crazy in Mackey. And I'm excited that Purdue basketball is back. I'll see you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight, you know? One of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.